How's it going, everyone? It's Sean here, and I'm back again today with another sneaker review. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing the Nike Cortez Basic Nylon Premium in the Compton colorway. First off, just want to give a quick thank you to the team over at Nike Toronto who sent this over to me my way a couple days ago. So this was a complete surprise, and ironically enough, I was actually very close to pulling the trigger and picking up a pair on Nike.ca. So big thank you once again. You guys know that it's always appreciated. These dropped worldwide on June 1st for a US retail price of only $75 and a Canadian retail price of a very modest $100. The official colorway for this shoe is black, metallic gold, and white, and these released alongside a colorway that celebrates the city of Long Beach as well. Before I go into details about this specific shoe, I want to give you guys a quick backgrounder about this Cortez model and why it's so iconic in the history of Nike. Back before Nike was even known as Nike, the company was called Blue Ribbon Sports, and they were a sportswear distribution company that was co-founded by Bill Bowerman as well as Phil Knight. So Bill Bowerman was a track and field coach, and because of that, he always had his eye on how he can improve the athlete's performance through enhancing the footwear and the equipment that's utilized by these athletes. At this time, which was in the 60s, Blue Ribbon Sports was the sole distributor in the US of Onitsuka Tiger brand footwear. So Onitsuka Tiger is probably what you know now as ASICS. And at this time, they were building this relationship, and eventually Bill Bowerman had this idea of this revolutionary sneaker. So this is the sneaker that we now know as the Nike Cortez model. But at the time, this was being manufactured under the Onitsuka Tiger brand. Eventually, that relationship soured, and then Blue Ribbon Sports became known as Nike. One fun fact is that the original name for the Cortez was actually the Aztec, but at that time, coincidentally, Adidas had released their own sneaker called the Azteca Gold. So they got into a legal battle, and then eventually Adidas won, so Nike changed the name to the Cortez. So there was a whole bunch of legal back and forth between Onitsuka Tiger and Nike regarding who owned the rights to the Cortez model. Eventually the courts decided that both of these companies could continue manufacturing the same shoe, but then Nike would retain the rights to the Cortez name. So Onitsuka Tiger's version was known as the Corsair, and then we have the Cortez for Nike. The Nike Cortez was officially debuted during the 1972 Munich Olympics, and the rest is history as this Cortez model exploded onto the scene and became extremely popular. So now let's talk about this shoe. So first I want to give you guys a quick look at the box. So because this was a gift from Nike Toronto, this did not come in the standard white, blue, and red packaging, but instead the packaging looks like this. So as you can see, this is a black Nike Cortez box with the Cortez written on the top. We have the Nike logo on both sides of the shoe as well as on the front. We have the size label that reads, of course, Cortez Basic Nylon Premium, my size 10.5. And then on the back, we have the Compton lettering in this Old English font. And then finally, on the bottom, we have this Nike logo here, along with this herringbone traction pattern that emulates the traction pattern on the Cortez. So this Cortez model is predominantly black and white. We have this black nylon material that covers the sides of the shoe on both the lateral side as well as the medial side, and then overlaid on top of that nylon is a white Nike swoosh made in leather. Running up and down here where the eyelets are, along with on this toe box area, this is done in black suede. The laces on these shoes are just your standard flat black laces, but they do feature this gold lace lock that reads Cortez 72. Inside the box, they also gave me a secondary pair of white laces as well. We have this white nylon tongue with this glittery gold Nike branding on the top of the tongue, and then flipping the tongue over to the back, we have this 1972 Nike Cortez branding on the left shoe, and this 2017 Nike Cortez branding on the right shoe. The bottom of the back heel is done in this black suede, and then it features the letters C, P, and T, which stands for Compton, and this is done in this Old English glittery gold font. And then above that, we have this white leather that has the words Compton spelt out in black. The inner liner of the shoe is done in white, and the insole is done in a combination of white and gray, and it sort of has that same herringbone traction pattern that's supposed to represent the outsole of the Cortez. And then imprinted into the heel is the Roman numerals for 45, because this is the 45th anniversary of the Cortez model. And then we also have the Nike Cortez written out along with the Nike logo as well. This Cortez model sits atop this midsole done in a combination of white and black foam. And then taking a look at the outsole, this is done in white rubber in this herringbone traction pattern that has this Nike branding in the middle. In terms of sizing, Nike sent me my true Nike size, which is a 10.5. And I felt that when I tried these on, they fit perfectly. I would definitely not go a half size down because these are a pretty narrow shoe, as you can tell. And if anything, if you do have wider feet, then you'd probably want to consider going up a half size as well. Comfort-wise, these are nothing too special considering the fact that this is a sneaker that was designed 45 years ago. The insole that's provided though is fairly padded, so this does increase the overall comfort for this shoe. So now I'll give you guys a look at how these Compton Cortezes look on feet. So that wraps up my review of the Nike Cortez Basic Nylon Premium in the Compton colorway. Another thank you goes out to Nike Toronto for hooking me up with this pair, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this shoe. Is this something that you guys would wear? If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and to hit that subscribe button, and give me a follow on my Instagram as well at SGO8. Until next time guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next review.